Hey guys, what is up? This is Stephanie, aka The Limitless Babe, reminding you today and every day that you are incredibly limitless. So, today I want to talk about consistency. And I can fully admit that clearly in the last few months I have not been consistent. If you've been following my journey since the beginning of my channel, which was just over a year ago, you may have noticed, as some people have brought to my attention, that hey, you used to put videos out every week and we miss them. So I have not been as consistent. I feel like it happened since the passing of my grandmother. I feel like I needed a little time for myself then. And shortly after that happened, you guys know I lost my best friend, my dog. And, then after that, it was my birthday, Gracie's birthday, Summer. And I can give you an excuse left and right. The reality is, as the quote goes, there will always be an excuse. So the thing is, are you going to let the excuses derail you? And even if they do derail you, are you going to figure out how to get back on track? So I think about a story that recently happened to one of my dear friends. She is an amazing woman, an incredible powerhouse. This woman is a single mom to two incredible children, and she has always been very much into the gym. She has competed before in the past for bikini competition for bodybuilding, and this year, on a whim, like out of nowhere, she just decided, you know what? I'm going to start training again, and I'm going to go this time for the athletic body competition. And she did it, and she crushed it, and I just watched her transformation in front of my eyes. She is just such a disciplined and incredible, driven human being. So, she does all of this, and she's still maintaining after the competition and keeping it up, and I just think about what an incredible role model and example she is for her children. And lo and behold, as she's been in this great space, she has a simple, innocent accident. While cutting an apple, she cuts the tendon through her hand, and this requires surgery. And from what I understand, I think it's either weeks or months of healing. I think it's months to heal. And I feel like a lot of people would use this as an excuse to say, oh, well, I'm injured right now. I'm going to take a break. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like, I feel like that would be something that most people would say, you know what? Yeah, maybe you should. Maybe you should rest right now. But not this girl. This girl immediately, the next day, was back in the gym with her hand wrapped up. She had whatever she had to get done with the doctors that next week and had her surgery, and just is still going and pushing and saying, no matter what, this is not going to stop me. And I just look at her with my jaw on the ground and think, what an incredible person you are, and how lucky I am to have inspiration like you in my life. And then that made me look at my own BS and how I think, ever since, I had my own difficulties happening, I've allowed myself to make excuses here and there and say, oh, but I have this going on, or mentally or emotionally I'm dealing with this, or I'm tired, or whatever the story that I'm telling myself is. And no more, like, it doesn't matter. Okay, I just wanted to add this point, but keep in mind that sometimes we lose consistency for various reasons, right? Like, we could have faced an injury, like my friend. We could have faced a loss, be it a death or a breakup, which emotionally can affect us. We could have had a disappointment. Maybe we were fired, or maybe something just isn't going as we had hoped. We could be just having some internal resistance, which oftentimes this shows itself as exhaustion. So if you always feel tired, there could be a medical reason. There could be the fact that you're not getting enough rest. It could be your body's way of asking for you to slow down, but sometimes it could also be your internal body, your spirit, resisting the growth that is coming. And the thing here is like, well, how do we know what the difference is? I mean, it's really tricky sometimes. You just have to really dig deep and journal and be really honest with yourself about what is going on here. Am I getting enough rest? Do I have things going on that are exhausting me extra? And if nothing else is going on, then maybe it is just your spirit resisting the growth because it fears it. Sometimes the enemy just tries to come after us, right? Like sometimes, I've talked about this before in videos, but sometimes if you're a light worker, if you're doing good for the world, remember that there is always good and evil in everything. And sometimes the enemy wants to try to knock us down a peg, wants to see, well, how bad do they want it? Maybe they don't really want it. And sometimes it's not even the enemy. Sometimes this is just the universe saying, you asked for this. But now I'm going to throw some things at you to see, do you really want this? Or do you just want it if it comes easy? Do you just say you want it? So there's so many different reasons why we lose consistency. When I started my channel, I had consistently told myself, it doesn't matter. Every week, you have to post something. And the only exception that I allowed myself, and this is maybe TMI, but the week that I had my period, I would allow myself to take off. And why would I allow myself to take off? Because hormones are real. And sometimes we see things differently when we are in our cycle, for one. Two, our bodies are a little bit more fatigued and we may just not be at our best. So if I didn't have something pre-recorded, occasionally I would give myself that week off. And so now that TMI is over, I am making the declaration that no more. We're getting back to business. We are going to get back to weekly posts no matter what. And this is me taking my action step and asking for accountability. If you guys have any topics that you want to talk about or that you think are beneficial to others, please feel free to comment below, DM me on Instagram at TheLimitlessBabe, all one word, or email me at TheLimitlessBabe@gmail.com. Thank you guys so much for your loving support. Thank you to that amazing friend who is, again, such a powerful, amazing inspiration in my life. And I hope that this message and every message that I put forward in the upcoming weeks leaves you a little bit better than you were yesterday. Have an amazing day, and please, as always, stay limitless. Bye.